So, welcome back to Cousin Eddie the Edsel channel. In Studio 59, I'm going to call it, based on the year of the car. So, it's the weekend and all the brake stuff arrived. So, we're going to see if that's everything we need and if everything fits, and get you some part numbers in case you're doing a 59 Edsel. Mine's a 59 Edsel Ranger 4-door sedan, obviously. Got the 361 V8 and rear brake drums. Got a guy on eBay that I bought some from that said 1959 Edsel Ranger. So we'll see if those fit, and we'll get to working and hop to it. Thanks for joining me today. We're back. So here's my Studio 59. This little 200 square foot garage. Put the car in here diagonally even though it fits so I can get all the way around it. But let's just show you some of the parts that we got and kind of see what we're looking at. Taking a closer look at where we're at, kind of remind everybody where this thing is sitting. 4 jack stands and a new door. So nice. But we have the front all tore apart, all the way down to the brake plate, all that. Wanted to show you these rear drums. I don't think these are the right ones, because right here you can actually see the brake shoe. So it's only using about 85% of the rear shoe. So these drums are not correct, but hopefully we've got the correct ones. So you can see real quick there, that ridge. Yeah, so it's not touching the rear drum there. So we're going to try out these new drums. I'll show you what they look like and hopefully they fit. So here we are. Got them open and it's looking pretty good so far. I'm going to show you. They're a little bit deeper, so that's a good thing. It's got a bigger dish around the bolt pattern portion so it kicks it over. So hopefully it's going to cover those shoes all the way. So we're going to check the diameter real quick. See how that goes. Oh, got a little spider there. So we're looking at 11 inches basically. And 11 inches, boy, just shy of. Man, this is good news so far. Let's see if they go on. Let's take a look. As I showed you earlier, the other one didn't reach all the way and is only using a bigger percentage of the shoe, but there's a lesser percentage it's actually not hitting the shoe. Let me show you now. That drum now covers and seats the whole way. We're on to grabbing our tools, and we're going to start getting this brake plate put back on. So they don't sell the little paper thing right there, at least at the auto store. So I just said, I'll just reuse it for now. So we'll get on working with that and show you what it looks like when we have that complete and all the hose hooked up, cylinder hooked up, and we'll go from there. Kind of cleaned up those little deals that pop out of the old wheel cylinders there and got our bearings. So I think we're going to be pretty well set to go here, and we'll finish that up and show you what it looks like. See in here, we've got the cylinder on, brake plates on, got the hose on, everything's connected, locked down, ready to go. We ended up doing that on both sides, just kind of one step at a time. Makes it easier, it seems like. So show you this side, cylinder, backing plate. You got the hose on, and just a tip for some, I don't like fighting the threads trying to get them back into those hoses when they're mounted, so I actually pre-threaded that before I mounted the hose with that clip. So made it just a lot easier, and then tightened everything down. So far so good. Now we're going to move on to shoes and hardware. We'll put the hub on later, give us a little more room to work with. Cleaned up all the hardware, and then we're gonna reuse, and then got the new drums out. So like I say, we're gonna move on to shoes, and then see how the fronts turn out using the brakes that we got from Rock Auto, and the drums from Rock Auto, and cylinders and hoses from Rock Auto, and brake hardware from Gunther 2D on Facebook there. So we'll wrap this one up for now, take a little bit of a break, and then get started on these shoes. See if we can knock it out. So we have news. All the hardware worked out, shoes worked out. Everything seems to be going pretty smooth. So what we got, all new hardware, shoes bonded. Again, all the lines. Go to the other side. Parts, parts, parts. All new shoes and all new hardware. So we're going to move on to the rest of the bearings out, or I'm sorry, all the races out of the hubs on the other side, and start packing some bearings and get those put in, oil seals put on, and we'll get the hubs on and put the drums on, and maybe just bolt the front back together. After beating the crap out of my thumb and my pinky on this thing with those things and those things, and got the new races in. So there's the new versus old bearings. So you can tell they're pretty much the same. So yeah. And then we've got the grease seal. Looks the same. So we're gonna keep trucking along here. Gotta grease up some bearings, get them loaded in to get the grease seal in, and go from there. Well, we got all the bearings done, all the races are in. Everything's greased up, tightened up, pretty much ready to go. Figured I'd show you what I got. So there we go. Got all the hubs on, everything capped up, ready to go. We got the drums ready as soon as I clean them up with some brake clean. It's been an interesting afternoon. Got everything done. So we're going to turn around and got all this finished up. All the pretty colors, at least for now. Won't last long, but we'll get the old drums cleaned up and thrown on and start working on the back. I'll get that going and see if we do that tonight. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow.